What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rush Mike. I believe this is the first video I've ever done at night, so it's probably going to be a bit hard to see my face, but that's not really what this channel's about. It's mostly my voice, what I'm talking about. I mean, I know I ain't the most easy on the eyes anyways. It's just a channel to rant and have opinions. Remember, I'm just another white American man with an opinion. But okay, let's not go off on a tangent too much. So, what today is today? Wednesday. So Wednesday is day 3 of my state's governor orders to stay at home, and obviously I'm not entirely following those orders because I went out for a bit of a drive to do some Pokemon Go. Caught the legendary Landorus, pretty close to catching Stunfisk, which is one of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 5, but also its Galar form in Gen 8. Also one of my favorite, the steel and ground fish, Snaptrap. Anyways, today, at least before sunset, I've spent most of my day watching Saved by the Bell. So Saved by the Bell, it ran, I think, 1989 to 1993. So I was 3 years old when the show ended. So obviously I didn't ever see the show in its first run, and I know it was in syndication. I think I saw like bits and pieces of it in syndication on, I don't know, ABC, NBC, whatever channel it's syndicated on, and I didn't love it. You know, and I had much better shit to watch, like sports. But I've also come across this YouTube channel. I'm sure y'all have heard of it already. If not, I'll link it in the description below. But Zach Morris's Trash by the channel Funny or Die. So the main character of Saved by the Bell, Zach Morris, is played by Mark Paul Gosselaar, who was also in one of those cop shows. I think it was, I don't know if it was Law and Order, NYPD Blue, some of those, once he became an adult. But he's a kid. He's a really douchey 90s kid with dyed blonde hair, and he kind of acts like a sociopath. And so the series Zach Morris's Trash kind of documents, you know, every episode where he acts like a sociopath, and, you know, goes through the whole sequence of events there. So, but that kind of inspired me to actually watch the show Saved by the Bell, and I'll be honest, I mean, I didn't expect much of it, but it's not that good. And I get that a lot of these guys are young child actors. They're not that good. They're not very good. I'd say the best actor out of all of them was Elizabeth Berkley, who played Jessie Spano. And her only credit aside from Saved by the Bell was Showgirls, which is one of the worst movies in history. So you do the math. Yeah, that's the entire Saved by the Bell series is on Hulu, in case you're interested. So what else has been going on today? I mean, obviously not much with all the events going on. I don't know how I got to this. Last night, I was thinking a little bit about religion. So I'll tell you all a little bit about my religious background. My mother's Jewish. My father, not Jewish. Although he was raised in a Christian family, although I'm not sure. I don't think he officially converted to Judaism, but he kind of considered himself a Jew after he married my mom. But at any rate, our family was very much non-religious. I mean, we would go to temple every now and then and celebrate the holidays and whatnot, but religion was not a very big part of our lives, and I'm very grateful to that for that, because it turned out to be a big part of who I am. And as it turns out, now that I'm an adult, I'm 30 years old, I'm even more non-religious than anyone else in my family. I mean, the only reason I don't call myself an atheist is because I feel like I would be throwing away my Jewish heritage by calling myself an atheist. But either way, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus or any of that stuff. And I mean, I'm sorry if that offends people, but that's the way I am. And even though I'm not religious, doesn't mean I'm not going to respect the way you practice religion. Like, I support all religion as long as it's practiced respectfully, responsibly. It doesn't hurt other people. And I've told my friends this: if I offend you in any way with how I talk about your religion, let me know, and I will go to whatever religious services you attend to get a better understanding of your religion. So if I talk shit about Mormons, a Mormon takes offense with it, I'll go to Mormon services on Sunday or whatever. They go on Sunday, right? Like other Christians? I assume so. But back to what I was thinking about last night is that you can't really have a good basis for atheism, for being not religious, without having a good understanding of religion. And in order to get to that, I tried reading the Bible a bit. And let me tell you, holy shit, that's one of the worst things I've ever read. I'll be honest. I mean, I respect people who love to read the Bible and whatnot, but like, it was the hardest thing. I mean, I think I've discussed before my trouble with reading Shakespeare and all that, and the Bible is like Shakespeare on steroids, I tell you what. I mean, first of all, you got the very archaic language, and then so often, the story just goes off on this tangent. Like, there's the story about to be told, there's the exposition, the main conflict, and then it goes X begat Y begat Z begat blah 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 blah. There's so much talk about going off on a tangent about familial relations, and I can't read that shit. It doesn't make for a good read. I mean, I understand why they have to do it, because there are so many different people at play, and you gotta tie up those loose ends and tell people who's related to who. But goddamn, like, normal people can't read that shit. I mean, if you can, if you have read the Bible word for word from Genesis to Revelation, I respect the hell out of you, because I sure as shit could not do that. But it got me thinking, what if I were to create a project of some kind, and I'm not sure the medium here, whether it be like a book or a picture book or pamphlet, a presentation, a slideshow, something like that. That breaks down the Bible into a way that's easy to digest, that doesn't go into long books and long chapters, something that could take, maybe a day to read, and uses modern language so people can understand what exactly is going on in the Bible, without being bogged down in the archaic language or in the talk about familial relations and whatnot. Just, if it were to read more like information, or more like more like a novel. It's like a format that we're used to reading. For example, if it was Genesis, it'd be like, okay, God creates the world in 7 days, 6 days, rests on the seventh, creates the first man, Adam. Adam pulls his rib out, creates Eve. eat apples in the Garden of Eden. Then you have two kids, Cain and Abel. Cain kills Abel, I think Cain killed Abel, not Abel killed Cain. Yeah, Cain killed Abel. That's why they say raising Cain. And then there's the Tower of Babel and Noah's Ark and all that stuff. And that's just Genesis. But it would be something like that for every book. And maybe people might be able to understand better. Maybe do that with the Torah, the Talmud, the Quran. I don't know, just an idea. Whether it could really be done, whether I could really do it, I don't know. But it's just an idea. But yeah, I've kind of been ranting like an unhinged maniac. I think it's because I've had a lot of coffee today, but we're getting just over the 10-minute mark, so that's a good time to wrap it up. Until next time, thank you for watching.